Little did we realize or know that fateful morning when we woke up that our lives would be utterly changed forever. As the sun dawned on what was a most beautiful day, much like today, people were going about the business of their life in these United States. They left their homes perhaps to go to work. They said goodbye to their wives, their husbands, their children. They boarded planes perhaps for an exotic vacation or perhaps a mundane business trip somewhere, and life went on as usual until that fateful hour. As if paralyzed, an entire nation stood in horror, gazing at television screens, or perhaps in this area, looking across this river, as those terrifying events unfolded. When those towers fell and all humanity shuddered, thousands lost their lives, and everyone watched in silence and in disbelief, to be quite honest. Immediately following the demonstrations of pure evil, people all over this country sprang into action, responding with the very best our human nature has to offer. Without regard for their own safety, our rescue workers, police officers, firefighters, EMS people sprang into action. And while thousands were lost that day, many more were saved because of their courageous actions. As the day wore on, people around the globe responded as best they could, and human kindness, human charity, and courage stood up and overcame terror. On that day, we won. On that day, the entire world became citizens of the United States. Nothing we can say here will ever assuage the pain that those who have lost loved ones feel to this very day. Holes in their hearts and in their lives will never completely heal. Moms, dads, sisters, brothers, wives, husbands, children, friends, lovers, colleagues, gone from our daily lives, but never far from our thoughts and dreams. Victims at best of a twisted, barbaric hatred that despises our very way of life in this country. So how do you fight back against pure evil? What do you do to defend yourself from insipid hatred? To start, we must never let such blackness take hold in our own hearts. We must be courageous. We must be vigilant without being twisted by revenge. We must be clear thinking and determined and forever on guard, but most importantly, we as a community and as a nation must never abandon our American ideals. We must never compromise our American principles. We must never give up our American liberty, and we must never fail to be willing to defend human freedom. For if we do, if we should ever even think it, then terrorists will have won. We stand here today in front of this beautiful teardrop, and monuments such as this one are important. They serve as meaningful and poignant reminders of that terrible day 9 years ago. But the real monument to our heroes, the real monument to the innocent victims and their families, is the very way that we live our lives. The fact that America did not fail and that the world's last, best hope shuddered, but did not fall on that day. And so today, on this day, 9 years later, let us rededicate ourselves to those principles that inform our freedoms embodied in our precious Constitution. Let us live our lives completely and well in service to others and make our nation stronger. Because we all know it, buildings and monuments will rise and fall. Time, rust, and ruin will ultimately claim them and us. The only true and real thing that matters is what we do with the time that we are given, how we live our lives, how we treat and interact with each other. And so I implore you, on this most solemn day, let us be strong and kind. Let us be as a beacon on a hill, shining out for all humanity to see that there is a better way, so that at the end of all time, America and everything this nation stands for will not have perished from this good earth. God bless the troops that defend our way of life this very day. God bless each and every one of you that are here today. And God bless America. Thank you all.